I want to share with you on how to raise capital for your dream. 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 We all have dreams. We have visions. We all have things that we want to execute. For some of you, it's a project. For some of you, it's a business. For some of you, it's an idea. No matter what it is, we all need money. So how then do we raise capital? Now, when we talk about the subject of capital, it's a subject that a lot of people want to understand how to be a part of it. But when I talk of capital, I want to begin by helping us to understand that capital is beyond money. You should help me tell you, neighbor, capital is beyond money. Because I know a lot of people that have money, yet they are still not able to do well. Because when it comes to money and ideas, there are 4 different set of people. There are people that have ideas without money. There are people that have money without ideas. There are people that have no money, no idea. And there are people that have idea and they also have money. So whenever we talk about raising capital, it's beyond financial capital. It's beyond money. And we're going to try to help you this morning and tonight to look at it holistically. So how do I define capital? I personally define capital as anything that is required to start or execute your desire. So whatever you need to start or to execute your dreams, your desires, your project is called capital. So whatever you need. Now, there are people that have money, but they need idea. So that means the idea becomes the capital. There are people that have money, they have idea, but they need staff. That means the staff becomes the capital. So whatever you need to start or to execute whatever you desire to do, that's capital. And whenever we talk about capital, there are 10 different classes of capital. 10. And that's what I will share with you in this session. 10 classes of capital. And then when we come back in the evening, I will share with you 4 types of capital and 25 ways to raise capital. I will share that tonight. So this morning, I will share with you 10 classes of capital, definition of capital, which I've just done, 10 classes of capital, and then when we come later in the day, we'll look at 4 types of capital and 25 ways to raise capital. And then I will answer your question. So number 1, 10 classes of capital. Number 1 is human capital. Human capital. When you look at the wealth of a nation, the wealth of a nation is not in the natural resources of the nation. The wealth of the nation is not in the infrastructure of the nation. The wealth of the nation is primarily in the human capital of the nation. Why? If you go into a house and the house is beautiful, you know why the house is beautiful and alive? Because people are living in it. If the people in that house move out of that house and that house is left dormant, by the time you come back 1 year later, everything will be ugly. Everything will begin to die because women or humans give life. So if you go into a territory, why do you call a place a ghost town? Why do you call a place a forest? It's because people are not living there. So human capital is number 1 capital. So for you to even be alive, to have enough brain to think that you need money, you are already a capital. Because that means you have enough, presence of mind to even be able to articulate that you need money. So human capital. And now listen, if you want to do well in life, you will realize that you can never do well alone. You need people. There are people that have money, they have started businesses, but their number 1 problem now is staff. They don't have the good people to work with them. That's human capital. So number 1 capital is what? Human capital. Number 2 is spiritual capital. Spiritual capital. Now, like I said earlier on, which is why we need to come later tonight, a lot of people don't understand this. They don't. But let me tell you for free. Everything you see all around you in the natural has its occurrence first in the spiritual. Hello? Now I want you to write down something on your book now. Just write something. Right, yeah. Right. Now, you know what you have just done now? I told you to write. But before you could write physically, you have to think of what you want to write. So that thinking is spiritual. Nobody saw what you thought. But when you write it, they will see what you wrote. But there are many things you have not written that you are thinking. That's how powerful the spiritual realm is. So the spiritual realm is the realm where events occur before they happen. So before things happen in the natural, they occur first in the spiritual. So that spiritual realm where people get ideas from, innovation, creativity, inspiration, thoughts from, that's the capital. That's the realm. And that's why some people are very rich in that realm. Because they know how to harness that spiritual capital and use it to bring forth natural capital. But because people don't understand that, they continue to operate only in the natural. And it affects how far they can go. Number 3, idea capital. Idea capital. Ideas rule the world. It's not a slogan. Everything that you see all around you today was once an idea in the mind of someone. But it did not just remain an idea. It was an idea that was attended to, executed, and then it became a product or a service that you can now benefit from. So, idea is a capital. I said earlier on, there are people that have money, but they don't have any idea. But there are people that have ideas, but they don't have money. But guess what? Because they have ideas, people will bring money to finance their idea. And that's why you see a lot of people today that have all kinds of investors investing into their dream, investing into their idea, because that idea itself is a form of capital that can now attract financial capital. Number 4, experiential capital. I was interviewed earlier this morning by in a press conference. We had different newspaper, online platforms. They came to do an interview this morning to get my view on some issues in the nation and about our independence and the country and politics and all this stuff. And one of the questions they asked me is, what is wealth? What is my definition of wealth? And I told them that riches are cash-based, but wealth is asset-based. Any fool can be rich. To be rich is to have money. Armed robber can be rich. Hello? So you can have money as an armed robber, as an assassin, as a drug dealer. In fact, they gave me a revelation today. I didn't know. They said that the tax people now said that they're going to start taxing runs get. That they made over 600 and something billion in 2014. That the turnover from runs in 2024 in Lagos alone is over 600 billion. I say, is it fake news? They say, no, it's not fake news. Though. 600 billion on top runs. Hello? So, I now told them, I said, riches are cash-based. And that's why we say that he is so poor that all he has is money. Because anybody can get money by crooked means. But wealth is asset-based. And holistic wealth has 8 dimensions. And one of them is health is wealth. One of them is the wealth of experience. So experience is a capital that many people don't know. Do you know that there are people today that if you bring them into your business, by virtue of the experience they have, they can shift things for you. But there are people you have been paying salary that have not been able to bring anything. So experience itself is a capital. And we need to understand that. Number 5, relational capital. Relational capital. In my place, they will say, oh, lowo, oh, to lay on. You don't have money, you don't have people. Relationship is capital. Relationship is what? Is capital. Having the right kind of people in your life. You don't need everybody in your life. But there are people who matter to your matter. And when it matters, you better be sure that they are available. So you need relationship. So as you are growing up right now, do everything you can to be good to people. Whoever is sitting next to you right now, get to know them before you go. Ask them, how are you doing? What's the name? Get their name, get their phone number. You don't ever want to be in that station in your life where you will put on the TV one day and discover that the person you are seeing on television is somebody you were sitting with 3 years ago and you did not even greet them, you didn't even ask for their phone number. You now, you put your hand in your mouth and say, Kai, had I known. I'm telling you, you'll be amazed. My office used to be in a place in Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria here. And they have a lot of businesses all around. But there was one small store that was beside our office that was attached to the boys' quarter. And a lot of people come there to come and learn a lot of things. In the early days of GSM, they learn how to repair phone and all the stuff. So a lot of them come. I just come in. They will greet me. I will greet them. Sometimes, hey, Baba, I will just give them money. So I was good to them. And then for many of them, how are you? So get their numbers. I was relating with them. One day, I was watching TV, and I saw our former governor, Fashola, in Badagry, with one guy. And they were talking about the guy, how that he has a very big farm. He's doing a lot of things in agriculture. Well, boy, this is the guy that is always collecting money. And I have his number. So I just check. I said, he said, Baba. I said, you want money from the Fashola? You are governor. How? He said, I'm already here. I'll come and see you. And he came and told me a story. Apparently, the person he thought was his father was not his father. But the mother took the pregnancy from the real father, thinking the real father would never make it, and gave it to another man. And the real father now became rich, but could not have a child. And when he was now about to die, he said, that's my son, I have a child somewhere. He now willed his property to a boy he has never seen before. That's how the guy moved from repairing phone to becoming a billionaire in less than 3 months. And he said, Baba, money property, if I want me, no number in this. I say, hey? What if I have looked down on the guy? The first consulting that I did to help him restructure the business, he paid good money. And when I say good money, oh yeah. Good money. So don't look down on anybody. Relational capital. You are sitting next to somebody now. The person you are sitting next to now may become the wife of the president in 7 years' time. You now say, that first lady used to be my friend. Oh, you get a number. Number 6, goodwill. Goodwill. Do people like you? Do people speak well of you? If somebody comes to ask somebody now, in the last few days, 3 people have called me. I have one of my mentees in our network that have been talking to me about wanting us to work together on some areas. So I did a meeting and I asked him to come and speak. And he came to speak. And many of the people that came went to him, that they wanted him to come and do a job for them. Now, he left. The meeting ended on Saturday. Yeah, on Sunday, one of the delegates said he wanted to see me. And he said, sir, that this guy that came home, he invited me that he can come and help me do this and help me do this, and he's charging me 15 million to do the job. What do you think, sir? I've told him that until you approve it, I will not be involved. That because you are my mentor. I said, okay, no problem. That send me the proposal he sent to you. What is he giving you for 15 million? That night, I got a message from the guy. Thank you very much for giving me your platform. Thank you very much for making me to speak. They even gave me honorarium. I didn't know. I came for free. It's even an honor to be speaking on your platform. And that, sir, some of your people have come to me. Oh, they say they want me to do job for them. Oh, I know they will come and see you. Please, my guy, help your boy. Oh. Now, by Monday, another person called me. Same thing. Say he charged him $10,000. Yesterday, somebody else called me. But now, that is where goodwill and relationship comes in. So I've moved from relation to goodwill now. Now, this guy now, listen, he is good at what he does. Hello? So you may be good, but he's also relational. But now, he also has goodwill. Because now, he's not somebody I will recommend. And then tomorrow, they will be calling me to say he has duped them. So, I told the first one, I said, okay, I've seen what you sent. Everything he said he will do, he can do it. So, negotiate. and see if he can collect this price. The other one, I say, tell him we are in Nigeria, we don't do dollars. That's all. What he said he will do, he can do. But make it naira, not dollar. But now, I recommended all of them to go follow him. So if 3 of them patronize him now, that's already like 50 million. Hello? Now, you see where this goodwill and relationship now goes now. If he now gets all this deal and they pay him, I will now be waiting. So if after 3 months, they now tell me that he has finished the job, and I didn't see anything, I will not say anything. Because I can't be saying, settle me, I won't say that. But if he understands, he will now oil the engine. No, it's true. Because goodwill now is, do people like you? Do they speak well of you? It's capital. And many of you have lost that capital. A man introduced his friend, gate man, for a billionaire. He introduced his friend as a barber to his oga. The day he came for the first time to come and barb the billionaire, they paid him 200,000 for a job of less than 1 hour. And he left without giving the gate man anything. No, you see, many of you think how to raise capital. Capital not here. Why? Your behavior. That's capital. Goodwill is a capital. Do people like you? Do they speak well of you? That's why many of you are not married. Oh, need goodwill. You don't have capital. Oh, need favor. When they say, what do you think of that? I say, well, whatever you want to do, you're an adult. But if I were you, close door, you would have been married by now. Goodwill, no favor. Hello? Don't miss tonight, oh. If you like, be thinking, come tonight. So that we'll now show you the supernatural dimension. By the time you chop communion, favor my Gorian, everywhere you go, come and like your we don't like you. Hello? Now, the guy left with 200,000. He did not settle the gate man that brought him. Then, after a while, the billionaire came and said, hey, where is that your friend? I need to buy. He said, no, that he has relocated. He's no more doing Babi. But him that was given opportunity, he was now going to seek counsel and say, I don't know what's happening. Every near success spirit. We will now be looking for spirits. Every spirit of there's village people. It's not village people. You are just plain stupid and stingy and you lack common sense. The counseling in that one, they say, how did you get the job in the first place? He said, my friend. It's okay. That's your friend. When you now collected 200, what did you give? Say, must I give him something? For his God to give me 200. It means that he must be collecting 1 million. That's the way poor people think that keeps them poor. Hello? Number 7. Integrity. Integrity. And I have to stop there. My time is up because I have to be on the way to another meeting. So integrity. So I'll continue tonight at number 7. So I'll share with you 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we'll look at 4 kinds